I'll tell you why there'll be no erasing, no more running, and why fire is still burning. Tell you all about that coming right up. Hello everybody, Gary Stuckey here. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. And I've been under the weather. I've been on a little vacation, but I'm back. I've been listening to Steve, as always, but really focusing on For the Love of Strange Medicine here lately and listening to those awesome songs. But I've talked about this before, of course. But I've really just paid attention to the lyrics, and they're so emotional. But the song anyway, right? You love that song. We know it's about Journey, you know. And I've said the song No Erasing is about Journey. Some people, like to argue with me on that. But go read my blog, steveperryandjourneynews.com, and read the latest article I have about that song and about a Journey reunion, and you might see what I'm talking about. But anyway, the song, from the album For the Love of Strange Medicine, released in '94, was talking about, Steve, he was apologizing for, I guess, leaving the band. He'd like to say, I'm sorry. He said, I'd like to make amends and close my eyes and tell the truth. Where would I begin? The story's far from simple. I'm so afraid to show. I never want to run again. I want to let you know. So he never wants to run again, kind of like in No Erasing, no running anymore. And he wants to let you know, and you being Journey, he's telling them his feelings in a song. And to me, he did that No Erasing. He's telling his feelings in a song. And maybe he was more direct in any way, right? Maybe, and some people still didn't know that was about Journey. They had to figure it out. But he was more direct now in No Erasing. He talks about it being about a high school reunion, but it has other meanings, which he admitted. And, Jim Kerr kind of got it out of him. Jim knows what he's talking about. He was trying to get Steve to say more about Journey, and he ultimately admits that the song is about Journey, and some people miss that. So go back and watch that interview with Jim Kerr. But, the song anyway says, we believed in music, brothers till the end. Nothing stood between us, Journey. A fire burned within. So they had this fire. Steve had this fire burning within him during those times. And even though he left, he had that fire. And he wants to let them know he's sorry. Hey, this is what we did. I'm sorry. The fire was burning. We're brothers. Then no erasing. He's talking about you can't erase those memories and the fire that was within. He says, in the song No Erasing, he says, my soul's burning just like it was before. So if the song No Erasing is about the meeting at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, well, something had to ignite that fire. And it sounds like meeting Journey again. It reignited that fire. And the thing is, what I've been thinking about, the summary of this whole message, I guess you could say, is, to me, there was a stopping point with Journey in '87. Now, it kind of got rebooted, and really only because Journey was going to go with a new lead singer. And then Steve got back with him, But then later, he hurt his hip and they got Steve Algeri. But that halted that reunion. So all that fire and I'm sorry, and they were getting together and everything was great. Well, it just came to a halt. So it never got a chance to fly. It was like a plane starting to take off. But it never had a chance to fly. But I think now, it's like there's a pause button. And then now I think with No Erasing, now at this time, I think Steve wants to unpause that button and finish where he left off. And some people, like I said, disagree. Just my opinion. That's what I've been thinking about a lot lately. And I've talked about it. I'm really thinking in 2020, I have 2020 vision with Steve Perry and Journey. But, you decide. You tell me. That's just a thought, and there's no erasing. Steve, he won't get Journey out of his heart. Regardless what happens in the future, those are his brothers. And look on the Traces album cover and you tell me. But until next time, everybody, this is Gary Stuckey. Whatever you do, don't stop believing. God bless you.